Hello, everybody. Welcome to one more exciting session in the series AWS Bootcamp. In this particular session, we will see how to host a static website on AWS S3. Okay. And the steps that we need to follow for that is first of all, we need to create an S3 bucket and we have to enable an option called as static website hosting. And then we need to upload an index.html file into the bucket that we have created. And because all the websites should be public, we have to make sure the file that we have uploaded should have public access. Once that is done, we will go ahead and see whether the website is up or not. These are the different steps that we have to do to make sure that we can host to make sure that the static website is up and running on AWS S3. Let me switch to my AWS account. I'm on my AWS account. So for us to host this website on S3, the first and foremost thing is that we have to create a bucket on S3. So I'm going to the service called as S3. On S3, I'm going to create a bucket. To select the option create bucket, and the bucket name I'll give it as my website bucket random, because bucket name should be unique, so I want to make sure that this bucket name is available, so I have given some random name to the bucket. And this bucket is going to be created in a region called as US East region. Okay, I am enabling the ACLs because whatever file that I'm going to upload, I should give a public access to that. And if that file should have public access, first of all, my bucket should have public access. So I'm allowing public access to my bucket. I'm acknowledging the fact that the bucket will have public access, and I'm enabling the versioning for the bucket. Okay, and then create a bucket. This would take about a moment for the bucket to be created. When the bucket is created, the bucket name is my website bucket track. Now, once if I go into the properties, you can see bucket versioning, we have already enabled it. If I scroll down, there's an option which says static website hosting. Okay, let me enable this option, edit, enable static website. It is asking what is the document it has to display. I'm saying the document that I'm going to upload, the name would be index.html. I mean, you can choose any other name. It's not mandatory. It should be index.html. But ideally, most of the web pages name, the code would be there in index.html. And if you want to display any error message, the error, you should also upload that file if you mention that error.html. Okay. And then save changes. Okay, but now in this bucket, I have not uploaded any objects. You see that there is no object here. Let me upload the code file. I have an index.html file. Let me select add files. Okay, I have an index.html file. Open, and permissions. It should be having a public access, right? I'm selecting grant public access. All right, and then upload. Now I have uploaded this file. Now let me go to properties and take the URL here. Now you see under static website hosting, there's a URL. Copy that URL, go to a new browser and paste that there. Now you see there's a web page which is coming. Okay. This is how you host static web pages on AWS S3 buckets. There's also different ways how to host applications on AWS, but this is one way. If it is a static website, it is very easy to host a static website on AWS S3. All right, I request you guys to look into the document and perform this hands-on exercise to be comfortable on hosting a website on AWS. So in this particular chapter, we have learned how to host a website on AWS S3. Thank you very much, guys. You guys have a good time.